Now look, there are many ways to cook a steak. Personally, I think it boils down to everybody's individual preference. And for most people, steak means grilling, barbecue, fire. Don't get me wrong. There is absolutely nothing I love more than cooking over an open flame, having fun, enjoying the outdoors, and grilling up a delicious cut of meat. But we don't all have that option. And to be completely honest with you, my favorite way to cook a steak is indoors in a cast iron skillet. And I promise you, after you are done cooking your steak this way, you will never ever want to cook it any other way for the rest of your life. Okay, maybe you will, but honestly, just try it this way, okay? Cool. Stick around, I'm gonna show you how to make these bad boys. So, what you're going to need to know for this. Number one, have fun. Cooking shouldn't be a chore. Get your family involved, turn some music on, and please, try not to burn the house down. Number two, know your cut of meat. Today I have these absolutely gorgeous 100% grass-fed Wagyu New York strip loins that are coming out of New Zealand from First Light Farms that I picked up from my friends over at the Healthy Butcher in Toronto. If you're from Toronto, go pay them a visit, tell them Ronnie says hello. You could absolutely sub in a bone-in ribeye, which happens to be my favorite cut of meat, by the way, a porterhouse, a tenderloin, filet mignon, same thing, or even a flank steak if it fits in the pan. Number three, seasoning. So before I season them and before I even went to work on them, I've let these come to room temperature. They've been out for about an hour now. So they're nice and room temperature. You don't want to use a cold steak in a screaming hot pan. So I want to dry these guys off. Okay. Now I'm going to hit them with a good heavy snowfall of coarse salt. Season the other side. All right. The other thing to note is that I'm using about an inch thick cut of meat here. I would not advise using anything under an inch thick here. What I want is I want a really crispy caramelized crust on the outside and a really delicate, juicy, moist, medium to medium rare inside. If I had anything less than an inch thick, probably wouldn't achieve those results. On the flip side, if I had something bigger than 1 inch thick, I would have to cook it for a longer period of time and probably finish it in the oven. I'm not saying it can't be done, I'm just saying I'm not doing it in this video. A little bit of cracked pepper. Actually not right now. We're gonna save the pepper until after we're done cooking. If I put the pepper on now, it's gonna burn in the pan. I'm gonna drizzle it with a little bit of avocado oil. Avocado oil is very good for high heat temperature cooking, and I would not recommend any other oil, refined seed oil, or any such other oil for this kind of cooking because you'll probably just burn it and it will turn rancid. So avocado oil is your best bet. And you don't need a lot, tiny drizzle. And we're just gonna rub it in. Flip it over and do the exact same thing on the other side. Just a bit. Nothing else, because I know you did not just spend a mortgage payment on a hella expensive steak to just rub it in some mystery spices. So we're gonna set our cast iron skillet to absolutely the highest heat possible. I want this baby smoking. So look, our pan is really nice and hot. We're gonna just lay the steak in, and you wanna hear that sizzle. And I just like to press it very gently, just to make sure that it's all evenly pressed down, because I want a nice even crust. You're gonna get a lot of smoke here, folks. Open a window, turn on a fan. We're cooking here, all right? Cooking. So you'll notice I do not touch the steak. I let it lay there flat. I don't flip it every 30 seconds or a minute. I just let it sear because I want this beautiful caramelized crust. So it's been about 2 minutes now. We're gonna flip the steak, and we've got this absolutely gorgeous crust. It's nice and crispy. And that's all kinds of flavor. Now, I'm gonna add a little bit of ghee to the bottom of my pan, 2 or 3 sprigs of fresh thyme. I'm just gonna take this garlic clove, press down really hard on it, just to release it in with the skin and all. Move the steak up to the top of the pan, and I'm just gonna start to baste. And even what you can do is just place the garlic right on top, place the thyme right on top, and just start to baste this bad boy for another 2 minutes. Keep on basting. And it smells so good in here. Oh my God. I smell the garlic, the thyme, all the caramelized meat. It has this beautiful sweet aroma in the air. Oh, I want this steak. It's been about 2 minutes. What I want to do is I want to just check for doneness. Remove it from the heat. And I'm just going to rest it. But I'm not going to lay it just flat. I'm going to turn my spoon upside down, and I'm going to lay it like that. Because if I was to just rest it flat, all of the underside of the steak would start to steam, and it would get really soggy, and we would lose all of that crust that we worked so hard for. So I've cleaned up a little bit, and now I want to rest this guy for at least 10 minutes. I'm one of the people that actually likes to rest their meat for a little bit longer than probably is necessary. But if I was to cut into this right now, even 5-6 minutes from now, a lot of the juices would come out. And you can just see in here, a lot of the juices have naturally already started to release from the meat. What I want to do is keep all of the juices inside of this beautiful cut of meat that we've seared to perfection in our cast iron skillet. Hopefully, I pray to the steak gods that this will be a perfect medium rare to medium. That's what I was aiming for, about 2 minutes per side. And please, if you're one of these people that likes their steak cooked well done, by all means, you know what? Please feel free to leave me a comment in the section below. All right, so our steak has been rested for about 10 minutes now. I'm just gonna peel this spoon out of the way, get rid of all this thyme and garlic. We're just gonna put that aside. And I want to cut against the grain, okay? So I'm looking for the way the grain goes, and the grain is moving this way. So what I'm gonna try to do is cut it against the grain, okay? So wish me luck. Just gonna slice into it. And what you can see, if you just come in, is we've got a beautiful rosy pink center, a crispy, listen to this. You hear that? Let me put my mic closer to it. That is crispy heaven, my friends. And look at this beautiful, gorgeous steak. I mean, proof is in the pudding. Some people might like it a little bit more cooked. For me, this is perfect. I don't want it too rare. But again, this is personal preference. And now all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna plate it in this great little cast iron dish that I have here from Staub. I'm just gonna take my knife, I'm gonna slide it underneath, almost like a spatula. I'm gonna bring it up on top, and I'm just gonna lay it down right in there. Of course, you know I gotta include that little bit of fat at the end. I'm just gonna fan it out. And then what I even like to do is I just like to take one slice of steak, and I like to just put it right on top so people know exactly what they're getting into. Garnish with a sprig of thyme. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up that garlic. I'm just gonna put it right in there for garnish sake. And last but not least, I'm gonna hit it with a little bit of the cracked pepper that we didn't put at the beginning. Just a touch. That's all you need. And the way I love to serve it is with some of these beautiful golden sweet potato fries. And if you want to get the recipe for these bad boys, just click on the sweet potato. Go ahead, click it. You know you want to. Let's have a little taste, shall we? That's all the juices are in there from resting the steak and being patient with it. And now, oh, my mouth is watering just looking at this. let's go ahead. Oh my God. That's like butter. It's crispy on the outside. And it's juicy in the middle. And it's so flavorful. Look, you just squeeze the juice right out of it. Oh my God. I promise you, this is the way you're gonna cook steak for the rest of your life. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you loved it, hit the subscribe button, right? There it is, right there. Hit the subscribe button and unleash your primal gourmet. Oh my God.